Hey YouTube, Jonas 5280 here with Great Lakes Intercontinental Airport Update number 16. This is a huge update with 24 models are new, bunch of subscribers, lots of cool stuff in here. I haven't been super active this summer, but I will try my best to get back in a little bit more on a regular update frequency, I guess. I'm trying to do more aviation related things out and back. So yeah, sorry about that. But in turn, I've had pretty much all the models I've got in the last couple months in the new update here. So yeah, 24 of them. There's still one other, or actually there's a couple other new ones that will be in the next few updates. But yeah, so yeah, stay tuned for the update. I'm gonna start talking, and we're gonna start off on our cargo side. I've added another shelf to my room so I can put more planes, store more planes, and this top area is going to be our new cargo and kind of reserve hardstand area. I'll talk a little bit more about the hardstands a little bit later in the video. So we're going to start off over here. We have two blank A321s. The first one is operating as a charter flight to Mexico City. The second one, with Sharklets, is operating as a charter flight to LAX. Then we have the 737-8 MAX, 737 MAX 8, doing test flights to Boeing, Renton Field. These guys are both new. This one's not on this update. It's in Palm Beach. Then we have a UPS 767-300 headed to Louisville. FedEx 767-300 pulling from Memphis. And FedEx MD-11 headed to Denver. Moving over to our D concourse, the one along here. We have kind of a fictional flight, but as United just did their last domestic 747 flight. And this isn't even a hub technically for them anymore, but it used to be, and we're going to say it's here. So this United 747-400 is operating a very high capacity route to San Francisco. Empty United gate. Then we have a United 757-200 with no winglets headed to Newark. Air Canada A321, new model. This was a new model, by the way. The A321 is going to be headed to Vancouver, new livery. New model Air Canada A319 headed to Montreal. Sorry, I almost said Montreal. Switzerland. Then we have an Air Canada A320 new livery, new model headed to Toronto Pearson. It's the gate that it pushed out of. New model Volaris A321 headed to Mexico City. Empty Frontier gate where we have a new model, new custom model, Frontier A320 with Sheldon Sea Turtle on the back, pulling in from Denver. And then a Frontier 320. This one is another custom model done by myself. This one's headed to Orlando. And I just want to let everyone know that I opened a new custom shop called Rocky Mountain Customs. We're on Instagram at rockymountain.customs. Be very excited to make models for anybody. If you're interested, low prices, specialize in U.S. airlines. I've done a bunch of Frontiers. They're kind of my thing here, but I can do a wide variety of things. So send me a comment down below. Follow me on Instagram if you have any questions, if you're interested in getting some from the shop. Sun Country 737-800 to Fort Myers. Spirit A320 Sharklets headed to headed to Fort Lauderdale. Then a new model, new airline here actually. WOW has their A320 Neo operating to Reykjavik. Move over to our runway. Sorry, I have everything on my iPad here. We have a Southwest 737-700 taking off for flight to LAX or Aviation 527's airport. Move to our B concourse here at the regionals. First up, we have a American Airlines Envoy operated CRJ 700 headed to Chicago here. Pushing back is a American Airlines EM45 to Milwaukee. American Airlines SkyWest CRJ 200 to Calgary. American Airlines CRJ 200 Air Wisconsin headed to Fargo, North Dakota. Then the first mainline flight ever to operate out of the B concourse, the Delta 717-200. It's going to be headed to Charleston. Actually, that's not true. The B concourse used to be our common use airlines like like JetBlue, Virgin America, American flew out of here, Frontier, all them used to come out of the B concourse. Then we built more concourses. But Delta is going to occasionally bring their 717s, Airbuses, 737s, small planes over here when they have high flow, like high capacity on the other gates, which you'll see. It's all the heavies are here right now. But the 717 is operating a flight to Charleston, yeah. So Delta CRJ 900 is pulling in from Northern Maine or Linden Westridge, private pilot 1996, Extreme Aviation 757's airport. Delta Connection E-175 operated by Republic headed to Memphis. Then a CRJ 200 for Delta operated by Endeavor to Greensboro. Taxiing in American Airlines operated by PSA, CRJ 700 from Nashville. New model, United CRJ 700 operated by SkyWest on its way in from Chicago O'Hare. Just beginning its taxi, it was parked at gate A20, just pushed back as the Delta 737-800 to San Francisco, return is 1272. American Airlines A320 headed to Kansas City. And then we're going to start off on the A concourse. So we just did the B. Start off on the D. On D, and then over there's the cargo. First up's an Air France 787-9 Dreamliner pulling in from Paris Charles de Gaulle. Then our Delta 737-700 headed to Koki International Airport or Benji Breeze Airport. At the Delta gate here, we're at the 738. And Delta 321 headed to Atlanta. Delta 767-300 headed to LAX. And taxiing, another new model, Virgin America A320 Neo from San Francisco. And then taxiing in, about to pull into gate A6, which is right there. We're down a couple gates now. Is the Delta Airlines 777-200 in from Tokyo and Narita. Delta 767-300. Oh, I already did that to LA, sorry. Delta 757-200 to Fort Lauderdale. Delta A321 to Miami. Delta 737-800 to San Francisco. Here's our empty Delta gate here where the 777's going. Then we have a new model on Air New Zealand 777-300 headed to London Heathrow. It's going to do much like the LA flight that does Auckland, LA, London Heathrow. It's going to be Auckland, Great Lakes, London Heathrow. So it's going to be making the London Heathrow, and the 200 will be making the flight back. Edelweiss A330-300 in from Zurich. It's an inaugural flight, new model. The reason I bought this is because it's serving Denver. We got a Zurich flight in out, so it's going to be serving Great Lakes as well. Lufthansa new model 747-8 Intercontinental. About ready for pushback. It's a retro livery. It's a new model, Frankfurt bound. And a new announcement from Great Lakes as they're going to be expanding service here to Frankfurt, Great Lakes, and Lufthansa. So they're going to be upping from the 747 and A330 to the 747-8 and the A380. So the A380 will alternate days with the, or alternate flights. There'll be 2 flights a day, one in the morning, one in the evening, or one early afternoon, one late evening. And the early afternoon will be on the 47-8, and the late evening one will be on the A380, and I'll be again very soon. I have an A380 here, so I'm very excited about it. Off to the T concourse, very end here. Virgin America Airbus A320, be headed to LAX. Empty Virgin America gate. Alaska grabbing the common use on T instead of its gate, which Volaris was at on D concourse. Alaska's going to be bringing their 737-800 new model on the Starliner 75 to Portland. New model JetBlue A321 headed to Pioneer Salem International Airport. JetBlue E190 headed to Hartford, Windsor Locks. Empty JetBlue gate. JetBlue FDNY going to be headed to San Francisco, and a JetBlue A320 headed to San Juan. And last but not least, taxiing out is a JetBlue 320 headed to Atlanta, Blueberry's Tail. For those of you that don't know too much about JetBlue, they just announced Atlanta flights, and they're just rapidly expanding in Atlanta. So I'm going to be implementing that at this airport. Back to the A concourse. Delta Airlines actually using one of their gates. So Delta Airlines actually operates all the way up to gate 86 here, and all the way around where the ANA, the British, is to this Delta gate here. So 767-400 is going to be making a flight to Milan. New model British Airways 747-400 One World to London Heathrow at a Delta Airlines gate. Delta gets contracted with the city to lease out their gates to international carriers when available, and you will learn more about where the Delta planes will be going. Then we have an ANA 787-9 Dreamliner Star Wars colors. This is another new model headed to Tokyo Narita. Delta 757-300 bound for Atlanta. Pushing back to Delta MD-90 to Charlotte. Delta A319 to Dallas-Fort Worth. SkyTeam Delta Airlines 737-800 to Montego Bay. And then there's our Dreamliner. There's our A concourse. We're moving over to the C and the C concourse hardstands. So, actually, we'll do the first one flight first. The Delta A330-300 is going to be headed to Amsterdam. It's over here while its gate is currently occupied. It's going to be grabbing the gate that Lufthansa's at, actually, which is not their gate, but it's how contracts are working. So Delta is going to be towing their aircraft that are not being used for international wide-body flights over to the hardstands, as well as a lot of flights will be operating out of the hardstand with the buses, much like at LAX on the ends. So flights will be bussed into the terminal, much like the next aircraft, which is an Icelandair 767-300 that is operating out of the hardstand for a flight to Keflavik, Reykjavik. And then here is our Alaska 737. It's a new model, 900, honoring those who serve. Just got towed from its normal gate on the D concourse, where Valeris just took the gate. And this aircraft is going to rest here for a little bit until they get either Virgin American gate or American or Alaska gate. It's most likely going to be on the gates on the D concourse, but so this aircraft's going to head back to Seattle a little bit later. United 737-700 just got towed over here. You can see the tug from Newark, and I'll head back there. Over at Etihad 777-300, head back to Abu Dhabi in a couple hours once the gate opens up. Moving over to our C concourse. Start off with the Southwest 737-800 to San Diego. Empty Southwest gate. Southwest 737-700 to Atlantic City International or Jonah. It's 11:28. Southwest Maryland 1 going to be headed to Chesapeake Bay International or the Jet Ages Airport. Originally booked on the 737-300, but with the retirements, 300s will be gone soon, unfortunately. 737-700 Southwest for Central Texas International or Jonas 9075. Another new model. This is a recently completed custom, actually. The American Airlines Retro livery A321 and the U.S. Airways Retro. We headed to Phoenix. Just came in from Phoenix. We'll head back there. You can see I finally got the wings swapped with the 319. So it's 100% accurate almost. No. It's more accurate at least. American MD-80 headed to Denver. American 767-300 headed to London Heathrow. Up the American gate. American AirCal Retro 737-800 headed to Tulsa. And then our last new model is second last new model is an American A319 headed to Des Moines. American Airlines 777-200 headed to Rio de Janeiro. Then our last model is the American A319 to Des Moines, followed by the Allegiant. I said the last again, but the Allegiant A319 headed to Cincinnati. This is a new model as well. So that will conclude this airport update. I know I talked a lot, had a lot of unnecessary comments in there, but had a lot new here at the airport. This is my huge airport. It's my biggest one. All my international flights come in here pretty much, and I really like doing it. So yeah, let me know what you think of the update, what you think I should kind of modify. Do we want more international carriers in here, more Delta, more American, less Southwest, more or less of anything. Keep growing it, kind of stop growing it. Just I gotta get some feedback from you guys. So let me know what you think. And check out the Palm Beach update that uploaded just before this one. And check out whatever the next update will be. It should be a Evergreen Peaks update. So thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video.